What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of MJC the Outdoorsman, the channel that is all about doing awesome stuff while experiencing everything that the great outdoors has to offer. Hope you're all ready for another amazing video. Sit back, relax, and let's adventure. See, I told you guys at least soon that I would have an intro. However, today we are going to be doing a little bit of campfire cooking. Got the fire pit all cleaned out, ready to go. Just got to get the fire going, obviously, because it's the most important part, because without the fire, well, you can't cook nothing. Also got a little table over here, cleaned it off and everything. Gonna use this as sort of our prep station for tonight's meal before we put it in the fire. So tonight we're actually going to be making some campfire meatloaf. Normally when we do meatloaf in this household, we do it inside, but it is way too hot. It's been like 90 degrees today with humidity, so you just cannot cook inside. Turning the oven on would essentially turn the house into an oven. We've also ran out of charcoal, so I can't do it on the grill. So I decided this is the perfect opportunity to do my first campfire cooking video on this channel, and also my first time campfire cooking since I was in the Boy Scouts. It literally seems like every time I do a first on this channel, it's the first time since I was in the Boy Scouts. Got almost everything that I need to start the fire. Only thing I'm literally missing right now is a bunch of twigs for kindling. I'm gonna pick up all that, throw the newspaper in first, build the kindling on top of the newspaper, and then put a couple of these bigger pieces of wood on and get this all rolling. And what I would call step 2 of the process is complete. Now it's literally just a waiting game to get this all burnt down to coals. I tell you, I have never seen anything like this before. I've seen wood do this with water when it gets warped, but I've never seen a piece of wood warp like that with fire. Well, you see something new every single day. While I'm waiting for that fire to finish burning down, already did this once, but gonna do it again and get this table all cleaned up with some Clorox wipes, because you want to have a clean station to cook on. I'll do this one more time. You don't want any dirt or grime or whatever here while you're prepping. And I realized I just said clean station to cook on. I meant clean station to prep food on. Now that that's done, I'm gonna get everything laid out on the table and we will start prepping this meatloaf. So we've got all of our ingredients over here on the table, and we're gonna get to work on making this meatloaf right here. Gonna start off by crushing some saltine crackers in this bag. Need about 20 of them to go into the mixing bowl. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And get to crushing. Wish I had a mallet for this, but I don't. Normally make meatloaf with breadcrumbs, but found a substitute using saltine crackers, which I'm really, really happy about. Now that these are all crushed, I'm gonna put them over to the side, bring over the mixing bowl, and we're gonna get the 2 pounds of ground beef into the bowl. No problem if it kind of falls apart. Put that into here, and get all of this crushed up. This is gonna be really difficult to touch my camera. Get these in here. And I'm throwing meat on the ground already. That's lovely. That is all mixed in there. And I'm gonna go get paper towel or something so I can at least get my hands clean somewhat. So we're out of paper towels. That's absolutely lovely, but I ended up just getting some napkins that I can use in between things. So we got the crackers in there. The meat is in there. We are gonna do, probably should have grabbed another spoon for this. We're gonna do 1 large egg. I'll be right back after I grab a spoon. Got myself another spoon. I'm just gonna end up using this. We're gonna slightly beat that in here. Into the mixture. We're still going to be using this later, so I'm going to get this rinsed out in a little bit. put that off to the side, and we're gonna get this all mixed up. This is gonna be a problem because I gotta keep touching my phone. I love Face ID. From there, we need a half a cup of ketchup, meaning I gotta go rinse that out real quick, but instead of doing the ketchup, we're gonna skip right down to 1 teaspoon of salt. That's about a teaspoon. Throw that in there. And then a half a teaspoon of pepper. Eyeball it, if it would come out. It's about half a teaspoon. And then from there, after I sneeze, that pepper, wow, that gets to you. I'm gonna go rinse out this measuring cup so that way we can do the ketchup. So got the measuring cup all rinsed out from the egg, and from here we need a half a cup of ketchup. Oh, this is gonna be fun to do. Come on. There's our ketchup. Now we're gonna use this spoon to finish mixing it up. That is all mixed in. Next step on our list is half an onion. Just bring the garbage can over here. I'll start peeling that onion. Get that mix here. Oh, the waterworks are gonna start happening now. Another thing I forgot was a bag for the other half of the onion. I'm gonna use this half right here, put that half to the side, and begin peeling the rest of this. Since I couldn't get it when it was a whole onion. Probably would have been easier if I would have cut the ends off first, but you know, I like to make things the hard way. There we go. That's what we want. That over to the side. And let's get this into our mix. I think this is the first like proper cooking video I have done on any YouTube channel other than this channel right here when I made Christmas cookies, when this was originally just a personality type channel. And the last thing I'm gonna do, the recipe doesn't call for this, but I wanna give it a little bit of extra flavor, is a tiny bit of garlic powder. When I say a tiny bit, a little bit more than a tiny bit. Kind of exaggerated that. Oh, that smells good. Now I'm gonna let this sit for a second, and we're gonna head on over to the fire, we're gonna check on it, and we're gonna get our cast iron skillet in there and get it all heated up. Coming over to the fire, got all the coals burnt down, literally just putting my hand right here. This is extremely hot. I'm able to get it close, but it's perfect. All the coals kind of fell down below the grate, so that shouldn't be a problem. We're gonna put our cast iron skillet right on there, get that heating up. We're gonna head back over to the table. We're gonna get the meatloaf into loaves, into 2 foil packets, and then throw them right on the skillet. So here comes the tricky part of actually getting the meatloaf to look like a loaf, like it's supposed to. I'm gonna save that recipe. It looks like a really, really good recipe to use, but hopefully it turns out well. That'll be the judge if this is a really good recipe or not. Let's get our tin foil here. It's enough for the first loaf. Let's grab about half of it. Well, it's not even half yet. We'll keep shaping it. Okay, this is not as tricky as I thought it would be. I'm doing all this stuff for the first time. Literally, this is the first time I've ever made meatloaf. Every time it's done, my dad does it because I trust myself with things like pork and steak and chicken, everything that I don't have to do specialty recipes like this for, but this is actually doing pretty good. And just like that, 2 meatloafs in foil, ready to go on the fire. Okay, coming over to the fire. Gonna shove them both in the cast iron skillet like that. And you can already hear it sizzle just the tiniest bit when I put it in there. It's probably not even audible with the camera. I don't know if you can hear that, but things are cooking. And I might throw some kindling around the skillet to get it a little bit hotter in there. After adding a ton more kindling to the fire, then taking the skillet out of the fire, moving the coals around, getting everything hot enough, we're finally cooking the way that we're supposed to be. I gotta go check my timer right now. I set a 45-minute timer, and I gotta see when that's down to about 20 minutes left, so that way I can check these, possibly flip them over, so that way everything cooks through thoroughly. But we're moving along, and it smells so good. A little less than 25 minutes left on the timer. I'm gonna do a quick check of this. I'm not trying to rush the cooking process, but sorry about the dogs. Mother Nature decided to throw me a severe thunderstorm warning. I don't think we're gonna get anything here, but I want to get inside before, you know, that happens. So excuse the dogs. Let's do a quick little check here. Woo! That's actually coming along quite nicely. Let the camera get a little peek at this. Dog's probably like, who is this person? That looks good. I'm gonna cover this back up, probably flip them over, and let them keep going. Getting these off, and let's give them a little look-ski. That sizzle sounds amazing. Flip these over to open them. What I'm gonna do, we're literally about ready to get a storm in the middle of this video, which I hate. Pull this right here. Am I grabbing onto the other one? That could still go a tiny bit longer. Check the other one. Ooh, that looks amazing. So I'm gonna throw these back on. Hopefully, good old storm decides to wait. Then again, it's probably not going to. Mother Nature, please wait. That's all I ask of you. We're gonna bring this back over to the fire and get it in now. Because of the storm, kind of had to take the skillet off of the fire and bring everything in here and finish cooking it on the stove. It's not something that I wanted to do, but at least I got to do the campfire experience for a little bit, and now it's just about getting the food finished so we can eat, since it's literally almost 9 o'clock at night. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Took the meatloaf off probably about 20 minutes ago, just been letting it sit here and cool off, and the recipe does call for it to sit. However, I've been so tempted to take a bite of it, but I've been waiting because 1, I'm trying to wait until everything is ready so I can put it on the plates, and 2, I am gonna take a taste test, but I wanted to wait to do it on video, but I wanted to wait until it had sat a little bit. Time for a little bit of a taste test here. Okay, that is good. And dinner is finally served. Got the meatloaf here, loaded baked mashed potatoes with butter in them, and then eventually I'm gonna make these in a video. I just didn't have time to show you guys how to make them tonight. But green beans with garlic powder and melted butter. There is one thing, and one thing only, that I have to say about this dinner tonight, and that is absolutely amazing. I talked to my mom, my dad, and my sister after dinner was over just to, you know, get their feedback before I filmed anything more, and they loved it. They looked at me and they said, hey, is there any more? And I'm like, no, I cut up every single piece. What I did is I cut the loaves in half, and each person got half a loaf, and that was it. So next time I know that I make this recipe, I'm gonna have to double the recipe and get 4 pounds of ground beef instead of 2. But stay tuned for a ton more cooking videos on the campfire, or just other creative outdoorsman type cooking videos that I can come up with. I'm gonna be looking up a ton of recipes for campfire cooking and outdoor camping cooking, you know, stuff like that. And there's also a few more meatloaf recipes that I want to try to make on this channel as well. So we got a lot of content coming up. I was actually kind of worried when starting this channel that I was going to not come up with a lot of video ideas. I wasn't really gonna have a ton of stuff to film, and I've been coming up with videos left and right, and I'm just hoping that that just keeps on happening. Well, my friends, that is going to do it for this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to head down below and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And once you're down there and have subscribed, click the bell to turn on post notifications so that way you get notified every single time that I upload a brand new video to this channel. If you have any comments that you'd like to leave, whether they be questions about this video or you just have a video idea you'd like to see me do on this channel in the future, don't forget to leave those down below as well. Share this channel and video with your friends and family. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time on MJC the Outdoorsman. Keep adventuring, my friends.